I'm Alan Finger, founder of Yoga Zone. At Yoga Zone, we've created a series of daily workouts for those of you who want to experience the benefits of yoga. Today's class will be led by Charles, a senior Yoga Zone instructor. He will emphasize that it is not what you do that makes yoga so powerful, but rather how you approach what you are doing. We're about to begin, so clear some space and get ready for the workout that will change your life.
Welcome to Yoga Zone. My name is Charles Madkin. Joining me here today is Lisa Bennett, my favorite yoga teacher. We're here at the Grand Lido San Souci in beautiful Jamaica. In your practice today, I want you to really focus on working hard, but not putting a pressure on yourself to be perfect. In yoga, these two qualities are called Abhyasa and Vairagya. Willful determination, but non-concern for results. Let's begin. Come kneeling, and we'll start with the breath. Clasp your hands behind your back. Exhale all the air out of your body. Inhale, your arms rising out and up, palms up to touch, and exhale, bring your arms back down to your side. Again, inhaling, don't just move, breathe your arms up, and exhale, breathe your arms back down. Let's add on a little. Inhale, rising to your knees, palms up to touch, and exhale, folding back down to your shins. Inhaling again. We'll get a little crazier here. Exhale, bend forward in the middle. Come right with your forehead to the floor. Inhale like a bird, soaring up. Palms to touch. That's it. Exhale, gliding down to the floor. Inhaling again. Let your breath fill you with air. Exhale, empty all that air out of your body. Inhaling again, rising up, palms to touch. Exhale, folding down to the floor. One more time, rising. Soften your face. Exhale, gliding to the floor. Pausing here for a second. Bring your hands out in front of you on your thighs, and we'll loosen up the spine. Inhale, arching your back like a cat. Exhale, rounding your spine. Inhaling again, arching, open your shoulders. Exhale, rounding and closing. One more time, arching and rounding. Come now to sit with your feet out in front of you, and we'll work on opening the hips. Bring your feet as close in as you can together, comfortable, and take your fingertips behind you. This is a hip opening pose, but first I want you to get your spine tall. Lift your lower back into your body. Exhale, start to press your heels together and open your knees to the side. This is a little tense in that area. It tends to be tense in your groin. So lift tall and relax. If you push, you'll put a pressure on yourself. So don't push. Try relaxing your knees to the floor. Eventually bring your hands out in front of you to hold your feet and try opening up your chest. Next posture, come onto your hands and knees. With your hands under your shoulders, flatten them out. Get the whole hand, the four corners of the hand on the floor. Make sure they're nice and firm. Your knees are under your hips. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Try lifting your hips up in the air to a downward facing dog. Press your hips as far away from your hands as you can. And then exhale, come back down onto your hands and knees. One little piece of alignment here. Notice your shoulders. Keep them back from your ears. If you push too hard in this pose, your shoulders will start pinching in on your neck. So let's try it again. Opening your shoulders. Inhale, soften there, and exhale. Keep the shoulders soft and open as you press into the shape. You can notice Lisa's got space next to her ears, and her spine is reaching long up into her hips. Soften your knees at first. Once you feel strong here, start to straighten your legs, and you'll notice a stretching down the backs of them. Full breath. Now flatten your hands again. Get a good habit. Remember the shape. It's coming up later in the show. Take a deep inhale, and exhale. Bring your knees back down to the floor. Stepping your right foot up between your hands for a lunging posture. Hands on the front thigh. Make sure that knee is right over your heel. Exhale. Everyone straighten your back leg. Feeling stable and strong. Then lift your spine a little taller and you'll feel a stretch in that back thigh. Breathing here. Inhaling. Drop your knee at any time if you need to. Exhale. Now the arms. Inhale the arms up. Softening the shoulders down. Try straightening your arms. That means don't bend your elbows. Keep reaching up. Even reach through your fingertips. We'll make it a little more challenging. Exhale your arms out to the side. Extending. Don't bump your partner. Exhale. Lean forward about 45 degrees with your spine. Keep reaching away from you with your back leg. And again, releasing your hands down to the floor. Step onto your hands and knees and press your heels back with your hips down. Coming up to kneel. Bring your right foot out to the side for a side lunge. Make sure that foot, the toes turned away, is in line with your front knee. Put your far hand to the knee, and now tuck your tailbone down. Notice what that does to your hips. Opens up through the hips. Keep open. Exhale, start to bend the knee. You'll feel a stretch all over, so keep breathing. Inhaling. Active. Exhale, soft, surrendering. Get firm, but remember to soften. Keep breathing. Only go as far as you can without grimacing or putting pressure on yourself to be perfect. That's it. Once you get to that magic spot, things will start to let go. Coming back up and switching sides. Get stable. You guys are doing great. Exhale, bending that knee. Don't push into the tension. I know these poses hurt. So find that balance and let go. Rising back up. And let's come to sit with your legs straight out in front of you. Once you're there, you can either place a padding under your hips, a pillow or a book. Open up your sit bones so your back can be tall, not rounded. Firm your thighs. Look at your thighs and engage the muscles there as you push your feet away from you. Bring your fingertips behind you. And again, lift your spine tall. Pull it right into your body. Use a little determination in those legs. Keep your spine long. We're going to hold this right through the break. So I want you to not overwork. Take breaks whenever you need to.
Practice yoga on a regular basis, and in time, you'll be amazed at the progress.
Welcome back to Yoga Zone. My name is Charles. This is Lisa. And we've been doing a Dandasana through the whole break, and my legs are trembling. Let's change the pose to a four-legged table. Bending your knees. Keep your hands where they are, but just flatten the palms down. Your feet are hip distance apart. Don't let your knees wander. Keep them straight forward. Exhale. Inhaling, watching your knees stay parallel. Exhale, coming back down to the floor. Inhaling again, focus this time on opening your chest. And exhale, back to the ground. Inhale, open your posture, open up those tight areas. And exhale, coming back down. One final time, rising up. This is the toughest one because we're going to hold it. Keep breathing. If your hips are sagging, try lifting up, firming the buttock muscles. Keep the breath fluid. Don't push too hard. Try softening as you open up into this posture. And now exhale, coming back down to the ground. Hug your knees up to your chest. And let's go for a strengthening posture. Scale. Either lower down onto your elbows or stay seated up. Open your shoulders and start to lift your feet off the floor. Balancing. Slowly rise your shins. Raise them up. That's it. If you feel trembling, that's okay. Work on the strength in your abdomen. Breathing here. Try straightening your legs a little bit more. Reaching through your legs. And lower your feet to the floor. Hug your knees up into your chest again. And a second time. Squeeze your knees this time. You can let go of your thighs. Bring your shins parallel. Keep the shoulders open. Keep a smile, even if it's a fake smile. Keep smiling. Feel the strength. Try straightening your legs a little more. Opening up. And releasing down. Hug your knees up into your chest again. All that hard work, let's do a little stretching. Straighten your legs out in front of you. Open your sit bones. And open your right knee out to the side. Set the ankle and the foot against your inner thigh. Eventually it works a little open, but don't put a pressure on yourself. The knee should be towards the floor. I want you to take your left hand beside you, slightly behind you, sitting up tall. Then reach the right hand across to the outside of your shin. Eventually you'll reach towards your foot, but if you start rounding, you're pushing into the pose. That's too much aggression. Back off a little bit. Try opening your heart. Be proud to be in this shape. Start to descend, round a little bit, but then again on the inhale, open up, exhale, a little deeper into the pose. Notice how the breath can help. Inhale, active, exhale, surrendering. That's it. Rising back up out of the pose. Let's switch legs. Straighten the right leg and bend that left knee. Eventually the heel comes closer in, but it's important to keep that knee down out to the side. Take your right hand behind you. Keep that leg straight out in front of you. Help the knee work down to the floor out to the side. Then I want you to reach across with your left hand. And again, inhale as you straighten the spine, keep engaging that thigh. Breathing here. Exhale, go a little further into this pose. Inhale, active, determined. Exhale, surrender into this posture. Inhaling again. Exhaling. One more breath. And exhale. Great. Coming back up. Let's come onto our hands and knees. Again, those hands, here they are, keep them flat on the floor, and we'll come to a plank pose. Walk your knees back, keeping your shoulders over your hands, keeping the shoulders open, until you feel your abdomen get hard and strong. If your hips start drooping here, work on being aware of the length from your knees out through your shoulders. Feel that strength through your whole body, not just in your arms. Make it a little more challenging. Straighten your legs. The right leg, the left leg. This is a plank pose. think of your body like a board. Inhale, exhale to down dog. Lift your hips back, keep pressing away from your hands. Inhale, a vinyasa. Coming forward to plank. Exhale, down dog. Again, inhale to plank, coming forward, watching Lisa here, she stays long, and then exhale, keeps that spine long as she presses back. Again, inhale forward, don't droop the hips. Exhale, pressing to down dog. One more time, inhale to plank, exhale, downward facing dog. Holding this shape for a few breaths. Really get a nice stretch on the back of your legs by pressing your heels towards the floor. And gently come back onto your hands and knees. Sit back to your heels. Shake your wrists out a little bit. Come back to your hands. The hardest part, so get ready. Take a deep inhale. Your knees on the floor, or try straightening your legs into plank again. We're going to lower to the floor in Chaturanga. Bending your elbows, keeping your hands flat, lowering slowly. Keep the breath even, right to the floor. Bring your elbows under your shoulders. Your palms out in front of you. Try arching your back, but keep the tail working away from, keep your tailbone pointing towards your toes. Eyes are firm, arching your back, and exhale, lowering down to the floor. Bring your palms facing down next to you. Exhale here. Inhale, arching to a locust pose. Take a few breaths. Lift a little higher. Now lift your legs off the floor, arching your whole spine. Lift your hands off the floor. And exhale, bring your hands back under your shoulders. Bending at your hips, pressing back. Bring your heels all the way back to your sit bones. And bring your palms to face up next to your ankles with your head on the floor. Child's pose. Relax completely. If you're not comfortable, place something under your hips, and we'll go to a commercial break.
Try to keep your mind from wandering during your yoga practice. Focusing on your breathing will help.
Slowly, very gently, roll your spine back up to sit on your shins. Keep that settled state of mind and bring your feet out in front of you. Bring them together, a little further away this time for extended bound angular. This is a restorative pose, just like child's pose, that will relax into. So actually let your spine round. Bring your elbows outside your knees. And find that tight spot in your spine. Give it a little thought, a nice thought. And let it go, rounding. Let your head drop. Don't judge how far you are into this pose. Notice any tension in your mind as well. Again, rolling back up. Straighten your legs out in front of you, about hip distance apart, and come back down onto your back. Open your shoulders away from your ears, palms facing up, a little out to your sides. Begin corpse pose. Now feel the floor like you were on the beach. Turn to sand. Hear the waves crashing. Let your body sink into the floor. Feel the effects of the class in your body. We've worked hard on a balance of action and surrender. Keep that in your body, in your mind, and bring it into your life. My name's Charles Matkin. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again on Yoga Zone.
Hi, I'm Alan Finger. I've been teaching yoga for over 38 years, and I'm the founder of Yoga Zone. I have selected some of my top instructors to teach you yoga routines that are suitable for all fitness levels. Today you will discover the healing benefits of yoga as Senior Yoga Zone instructor Charles Matkin leads you through a series that will relax and rejuvenate you on every level. We're about to begin. So clear some space and get ready for the workout that will change your life.
Welcome to Yoga Zone. My name is Charles Matkin. This is Gene Kerner, and we're both senior teachers together at the Yoga Zone. We're at the Grand Lido Sans Souci on the sun-drenched beaches of Jamaica. Many people come to yoga for healing. Life, it doesn't matter where you live, is stressful. I live in New York City, so let's talk about stress, okay? Stress gets locked inside your body and inhibits your body's ability to heal. Yoga is a process of systematically removing that stress and toxins so you can unlock the potential healing powers of your body and your mind. Let's get started just warming up and bringing you into a nice place with your body. Draw the shoulders up, back, and down to release tension. Again, rising up, back, and down. Third time, up, back, and down. The other direction, rolling forward. Again, don't get stiff, get a little fluid, and wake up all those muscles. Let's move up into the neck where a lot of tension gets stored. Reach your right hand away from you with your fingertips on the floor and take the middle finger of your left hand into the center of your far ear. Holding the head gently, let both shoulders drop and let the weight of that arm bring your neck across. Notice Jean's not pulling on her neck or she'd have a grimace on her face. She's smiling, she looks gorgeous, and she's reaching through her fingertips to increase that stretch right up the side of her body. Perfect. Slowly release some of that tension, rising up, and bring that hand down to the floor. Switching sides, feels good, right? Drawing up, bring your middle finger to the center of your ear, let the weight of that arm bring your head down. How often do you give yourself time to just pamper yourself, to come focusing back on yourself and to let go of that tension and stress you know blocks into you every day? Here it is. So relax and enjoy. Releasing that arm and feel the difference in your neck and shoulders. Bring your hands forward on the floor. This is when next pose is kind of groovy. It's called cat pose. You might have seen cats doing this shape in your house. Inhale, arching the back, opening up the chest. Exhale, rounding, looking to your belly button. There's the neck again. Inhale, arching the hips, opening, chest opening. Exhale, that's it. All the air out. Inhale again, opening your chest. Exhale, rounding, a little different. Start sitting back towards your heels for what's known as cat seal, because you're sealing out all the air and tension. Reach your hands forward, Feel the weight of your hips on your heels if you can, eventually releasing your head and neck towards the floor. You might not have known that tension was there. Inhale, rising up onto your hands and knees, and gently come onto your back. Jean's going to demonstrate this posture so I can really show you the intricacy that she's working with here. As she lays on her back, she's going to work on strengthening her abdomen. What does that have to do with healing? Well, if you're not strong, stress affects you much more. So let's work on the core. Take a deep inhale, and on the exhale, arms level to the floor, working your core abdominal muscles, feeling strong. Take an inhale here, and exhale, lower down to the floor. Inhale again, exhale, drawing in. Inhale, exhale, relaxing down onto the floor. Don't get toxic and tight. Inhale and exhale, feel calm and strong. Holding this shape, we'll go from the other side of those abdominal muscles. Lifting the legs in the air requires a deeper strength, pointing the feet up into the air and drawing the hips towards you on an exhale. That's a lot of strength. Nice, Jean. Slowly lower your legs back down, bending your knees, feet to the floor, relaxing onto the ground. One more time. Exhale, drawing in like you're drawing those muscles, focusing in on the center of your body, and draw your legs and hips especially towards you to feel that strength. Lower those legs back down onto the floor. Now let's work with our little mobility in the pelvis with a clock. So tip your hips towards you, lifting your hips off the floor and your back onto the floor. Let's call this 12 o'clock of a clock. Rolling around to 3 o'clock, rolling down, tilting your hips away from you to 6, across to 9, towards you to 12. Reversing that direction, counterclockwise. 9, rolling down to 6, to 3, and to 12. Can you feel those little muscles that rarely get used? Without the ability to move in an area, stress gets locked in and blood and fresh energy doesn't come into those places. That's important for healing. Next pose, we're going to get a little more strength and a different type of mobility in the hips. Inhale, hips rising for what's called as a moving bridge pose, arms over your head. Exhale, lower your legs and your hips to the floor. Inhale, arms rising, hips lifting. Exhale, lowering down. Notice Jean's rhythm she's moving at. It's moved by the breath. Inhale with the breath. Exhale. Beautiful. Jean's a great demonstrator here. Next posture, we're going to come up to stand for another strengthening pose. Come up on your hands and knees and bring your right foot up to the front of your mat, keeping your knees hip distance apart. Put your hand on your thigh, tucking your back toes and straightening your back leg. If that feels like it's too much for you, set your back knee on the floor and just feel your torso rising. Again, this is a stretching and strengthening pose to increase your body's healing ability. Inhale, rising up with your arms and extend up. Beautiful. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Switching sides, stepping back and stepping up. Tuck the back toes and exhale, boldly straighten your back leg with a little power in your legs, raising up onto your thigh. You can still be working and feeling yourself in balance and all those muscles working, yet breathing, right? You don't want to get tight and you don't want to get all open. Feel that balance. Great. Jean's going to raise her arms up into the pose because she's having fun. Feels good. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Next posture. Let's come back to two poses we worked on earlier. Cat and cat seal. On an inhale cat pose, notice how Jean's shoulders come back and her sit bones tip up into the air, drawing the spine into the body. That's an important motion. Exhale, rounding, head drops down as she sits back towards her heels, lengthening and stretching the spine in its opposite complementary direction. Inhale, rising up, arching. Watch Jean. Exhale. Now feel your breath take you back into that shape. Inhale, feel the breath rise you up like you're getting lighter, and exhale again. That's nice. Sitting back. Inhaling again, opening. Exhale, sitting back, pressing back, extending through your arms. Inhale, rising back up. Keep this nice little vinyasa of wonderfully feeling poses through the break. Keep the breath leading you. We'll see you shortly.
Starting yoga, your mind can easily be distracted, but with time and practice, it will become more disciplined.
Welcome back to Yoga Zone. My name's Charles, this is Jean, and we're on the beach at the Grand Lido San Souci in Jamaica. We're doing yoga to promote health and the healing capabilities of the body. Let's continue with this next posture. Slowly come up to stand. Be mindful of where you place your feet. Get them right together. Straighten your legs without hyperextending your knees if they have that ability. Come so your legs are long and you feel a toned support rising up through your body. Exhaling here. Inhale, spiraling your arms out and up, palms to touch. Exhale, diving. Watch your thumbs out the corners of your eyes as you dive all the way down. Inhale, diving back up, palms up to touch. And exhale, again, bend your knees if this feels funny on your lower back. Inhale, rising up, palms to touch. Exhale, again, diving. Get into the breath and feel support on your body. Inhale, rising up. And bring your hands down to your sides. Place your palms behind you with the fingertips on your lower back. And we'll do what's called a standing camel pose because you're drawing your spine into your body and opening up the spine. Jean is not sinking into her lower back, not so great for the body, but she's extending, opening, and even if you just go up, you don't need to go back to get a little stretch in your spine. One more deep inhale here, rising back up. This is to promote health and healing and bring motion into areas that don't necessarily get open during your day. Let's go into a standing forward bend now, like we were doing in the flowing sun breath. This time I want you to bend your knees, roll forward, rolling down, come out over your thighs, but I want you to get your legs and your chest as close together as you can, even your chest touching your thighs, as your hands press the floor. Bend your knees as much as you need to get that going, and then slowly start to straighten your legs. This pose you will feel in the backs of your legs if you're human. If you're not, maybe not. But really, I want more strength in your legs as the backs of the legs let go, and that's a conscious stretch, not just flopping forward or pushing. One more deep inhale here, and a deep exhale. Slowly now, come to sit down onto the floor. Straighten your legs out in front of you. And slowly bend your knees. Put the soles of your feet together for what's called bound angular pose. The angles of your legs increase as the flexibility in your hips increases. So Jean's quite open. Her knees are going to the floor. I'm going to sit up tall instead of rounding my back and letting my knees come down. I'll sit up and then start to work my knees out. Not feeling like I have to get them to the ground to get a stretch, but more press the heels together and lengthen the knees out to the sides of the room. Keep breathing. Your vibe is so important in yoga because it's how you interact with yourself. You're not competing against other people like in an organized sport. Sit up tall, pressing your heels together, and coming out of this pose. Lay onto your back, come up to the front of your space, of your mat, and lay onto your back, hugging your right knee into your chest and straightening your left leg along the floor. Use this leg along the floor, nice Jean, use that leg there to get stable. Interlace your hands behind your knee and slowly press that foot up into the air. Bend the other leg a little bit, that's your left leg. Draw the leg a little closer towards you and then press through the heel, straightening that leg to get the base support for the stretch to be safe. Once you inhale, exhale, draw the leg a little closer to you. Don't wince, don't grimace in your face. Move into that stress and tension because it's healing you want to promote, not more stress. It's a subtle change, but if you do this with the intention to relax, you will. If you do this with the intention to just keep pushing through your day, you'll just continue that right on into the rest of your day. Stretching out here until you feel things nice and toned and released, and switching sides. Lower that leg to the floor and hug the other knee to your chest. Once you've hugged that knee in and you feel the other leg straight and long and strong, interlace your hands behind that thigh and watch your foot as it reaches up. Open your toes. How much awareness is in that foot in the air? Is it just kind of there? Get into it. Become fascinated with what your body's doing. Again, bend the other leg on the ground, and once you feel that stretch increase a little, re-ground your hips by straightening that leg along the floor. You should feel this right at the base of your hamstring. Stretching through the leg. Jean's going a little bit deeper into this pose. Don't go further onto one side than the other just because it's open. We're looking for balance here. Once you feel pretty stretched out, and now Jean's a senior yoga teacher, so, come on, don't compare yourself. Just go to where you feel comfortable. Releasing that leg down to the floor. Bend your knees and bring your knees up and feet on the floor. This next posture, I'm going to set you up in it, and you're going to lay here for quite a while. At any point, if it becomes too difficult, I want you to just help the knees come back up together with your hands. Bring the soles of your feet together, and we're going to do a reclining variation of that same pose we were sitting up in. Holding this posture, turning your palms to face up, and feel your hips releasing on the floor. Healing. Getting out of your own way, meaning figure out what you're trying to do, go for it, and then let go at the same time. So you're not just motivating yourself into a tight little ball. This is a very restorative, healing posture. Notice how Jean's legs are relaxing as they open, and any stored energy that's been held up in tension or stress is utilized back by the body. It's amazed how great you're going to feel after the class, after you've let go of all that stress. Hold this pose as long as you feel comfortable. We'll see you after the commercial break. At any point, bring your knees back up together and lower them back down to the ground. See you soon.
Yoga is not a goal-oriented pursuit. Enjoy the process.
Welcome back to Yoga Zone. My name is Charles, and lying next to me here in an amazingly restorative posture is Jean. Lying in this pose, believe it or not, restores the healing capabilities of your own body. Let's continue this into the next posture and right through to the end of the class. Slowly bring your hands under your thighs. If you've been lying here for a while, it's going to be a little bit creaky in your hips, so I want you to bring your knees back up using your arms mainly. A little bit of a tense new feeling in your hips is good, means they're opening. Bend your knees and bring your feet hip distance apart, a little wider. Let's go into the next posture. Inhale, the arms rising back to the same pose we did earlier, moving bridge. Exhale, lowering the hips back down as you breathe out. Inhale, rising up. This is about healing, so don't get tight. Relax. Arms down to your sides. Inhale, you can still feel strong, just don't get rigid. Exhale, bring your arms back down to your sides. Perfect. Slowly straighten your legs. Roll to your right-hand side and come up to sit. Once you're up to sit in any comfortable cross-legged position, I'm going to come in a more easy variation with my heels under my shins, and Jean's going to sit what feels comfortable for her. Close your eyes and let's go to a deeper level of healing. Imagine a white light in your heart. Just use your imagination to sense a light. Inhale, lifting this light up to the top of your head, bringing any tension with it, and exhale, let it go. Redefine healing for yourself. It's not just a pill. Bringing your mind and body together with yoga allows the healing to come from the inside out. My name is Charles. Thanks for joining us now on Yoga Zone.